deputy spokesperson of the House of Representatives, Honorable Philip Agbese, has cleared the air on the indictment rumored against the chief executive officers of the Rural Electrification Agency and Tertiary Education Trust Fund. Agbese made these clarifications while responding to questions from journalists shortly after Tuesday's plenary, stating that contrary to some perceptions about the Green Chamber, the House means well for all Nigerians as the People's Parliament. He says it is one thing to receive petitions against individuals and agencies. It is another thing to also give the accused fair hearing, paving way to do due diligence to the hearings and form a balanced opinion and judgment for fairness and justice. Recall that the House of Representatives Committee on Anti-Corruption, in a letter dated 11th October 2023, summoned the Managing Director of Rural Education Agency, Ahmad Salhijo, over alleged multi-billion naira fraud perpetrated under his watch. The summons followed a petition by a civil society group, Center Against Injustice and Domestic Violence, alleging the perpetration of several improprieties by the Ahmad-led management team, including a purported 1.5 billion naira fraud in the electricity agency recently. The managing director consequently appeared before Honorable Kayode Moshood Akionlo-led investigative committee on allegations of fraud, criminal conspiracy, and diversion of public funds leveled against him and about 15 others. Agbese, while reacting, said the 10th House was being guided by rules and regulations, and it would be fair to all.
For instance, you mentioned the issue of Tetfund. The committee on Tetfund has actually done its investigation. They've submitted their report. And for those of you who, one way or the other, may have peeped into the report, you'll see that the Tetfund was not indicted in any way. You mentioned the issue of Rural Electrification Agency, petitions raised by members of the society. Some of these petitions were directly sent to public accounts, public petition, and even the committee responsible for the oversight of that agency. You see, for us in the 10th Assembly, we are not desperate, to criminalize any individual for doing his or her duty as, of course, delegated by Mr. President. I think in the case of the REA, he has been able to appear before these committees. He has cleared himself before the public account. He has cleared himself before other committees like financial crimes and all of that. So if you come with your scorecard, you're able to demonstrate there before Parliament that you are not guilty or whatever thing that anybody has raised against you. Of course, we all know the principle of law that you cannot listen to one party to judge. Secondly, there's also another fundamental principle of law that when two persons are involved in an issue, you cannot listen to one party alone. The REA managing director has appeared before some of these committees. We have listened to the both parties, and I think we align ourselves with the judgment of most Nigerians that he is a young man who has actually been able to perform creditably well with the responsibility saddled on him by Mr. President. So I just want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that, of course, we're here, we're ever ready, we're available to entertain petitions, comments, complaints from members of the public, and of course, when we receive these petitions, we'll definitely deal with those issues.